yeah, everybody. Tonight's Ramblin with Rebel and Drew, and we got a very special edition. Tonight we're going to be talking with Charles Calhoun of Best Buddies, but Rebel's not feeling quite well, so he's going to be handing it off to Drew and the Blaze tonight. So you've had the Blaze on here when we talked to Scum, when we talked to Humble Among, when we talked to Schizo Michigan. He's been with us by my side quite a lot, so he'll be taking the reins for tonight. Here you go, Drew. How you doing, my man?
Hey, what up, Jojo? Hey, everybody. So, without further ado, we are going to bring in Charles Calhoun.
Hey, guys, what's poppin'?
Hey, what up, Charles? What's good?
Living the dream, baby, doing my thing. Julie's on. What's up, baby girl? Mwah.
I hear that shit, man. All right, so let's just jump right into it, man. So, talk to me about your journey with Best Buddies as far as, like, how did it begin for you? Like, what was the start like?
Okay, so I started back in high school in 2004, and I seen all the posters about it, and I wasn't interested at the time, so, I was just doing my thing, and it was like, I was just sitting in a cafeteria table by myself, and this kid came up to me 21 years It was 21 years ago, and he's like, "What's going on, man? I see you passing by all these signs and stuff, and I'm seeing you're not interested." And I told him about my story, and he's like, "I want to help you out." So it's been 21 years, and it's been the best 21 years of my life.
Nice, man. So, I mean, so basically what you're saying is, like, it pretty much came down to that kid, kind of explaining it to you and everything like that. You tell him about your life and everything. And then, I mean, was there a way that you got into, like, the leadership, like, as far as, like, how does that work? Like, what's the process like?
So with the leadership program, so with me, I was on the board for 2 years. And like they had me traveling everywhere to speak about Best Buddies, and before I was even on the board, before I was even doing leadership stuff, I was writing and just presenting and stuff like that. That's how it all came down.
Right on, man. I mean, so, like, when it came down to, like, being on the board, like, was there, like, a vote, or, like, or was it?
No, there was no votes. Like one person every year or something gets on the board.
Oh, okay. I got you now. That definitely
Yeah.
makes sense to me. All right. And then I understand that, I mean, you and I spoke about this quite often. You got into backyard wrestling, when you were young. So you want to talk about that little situation there?
Yeah, it was just a fun thing between me and a friend of mine from high school. I mean, like we did it all the time in my backyard.
Nice, man. That's what's up. And what up, bro? What's good? What's good, bro? Um, but yeah, man. So that's what's up. So you said that you've been with Best Buddies 21 years, and I know the other
Yes, sir.
you told me that you hit that milestone. So, like, is there any sort of I guess, like, recognition that comes with that?
I just want to give big thank you to everybody that's been involved with me for 21 years, and thank you for having me be a part of Best Buddies and just all the amazing adventures that I got to go to.
Right on, man. And with that said, I feel like we almost kind of have to let everybody know exactly what Best Buddies entails, and I'm sure you can agree, that basically what it comes down to is most of the time it's either between, like, high schools, colleges, as well as your community, where certain people are teamed up with people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, you
That
know,
is correct. Yeah.
and they form friendships and also, like, big brother, big sister relationships, things like that, right?
Not really big brother, big sister. It's more Best Buddies related.
Okay, so like a best friend is
Yeah, pretty much like it. Yeah, but like they take, like you guys go out on like, let's say if you want to go bowling or you just want to go catch a movie or something.
Oh, right on. Right
So
on.
yeah, you catch up with a friend and you guys figure out things to do and you go from there.
That's what's up, man. So I mean, do you want to give a shout out to your buddy? Like as far as like the person that you were with?
Yep, I want to give a shout out to my best friend Trevor Paxton, and I want to give a shout out to my one of my best friends, Jessica Plummer, who I'm also involved with Best Buddies.
Okay. Right on, right on. Well, actually, I'm glad that we're talking about this now because just so everybody knows, I wish the person could be in the chat tonight, but unfortunately, they are actually overseas. But this person's name is James Leitner, who was the president of University of Delaware Best Buddies, and he made me his vice president within Best Buddies at University of Delaware. And basically, because of that, I met people such as Shannon of Best Buddies Delaware. So I'm very familiar with the organization. Um, I mean, and as far as I understand it to be, there's almost millions of chapters worldwide, which I just think is incredible. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
that
Everywhere from China. I mean, you got like Hong Kong, you've got Germany, you got France, you got Philippines, you got as you said, Delaware, Florida,
that's awesome.
Washington, Washington D.C. You got Bloomington, Indiana.
Right on, man. Well, I mean, so now that you have the 21-year accomplishment, I mean, is there anything that oh, excuse me. Is there anything that comes with that? Like as far as like specific, responsibilities or like any sort of um, qualifications that come down to it?
There's nothing specific. I just keep going.
Oh,
I just keep doing it. There's no specifications.
nice.
If they have me travel somewhere, that's where I go. If they have me speaking at a school, that's where I go.
Nice, man. And I know that I think we both can agree that we do have to give a very special shout out to Anthony Schreiber. You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Kennedy Shriver is the man.
Yes, the CEO of Best Buddies.
CEO, chairman, yep, the
Absolutely.
legend.
Yep. And even though I will say this on my behalf, I have actually never met the man. But I know a lot of people that have, as well as a lot of people that have spoken to him. I mean, I wish I could have met him, but unfortunately, I've never had the pleasure, so, it just is what it is.
I also want to give another shout out to Rachel Lipke because she was actually my speech coach when I first started with the Bloomington, Indiana Best Buddies out there. She's the one that helped me write. She's the one that helped me gather up stuff, and she's the reason why I got on stage at the very first Bloomington, Indiana Best Buddies event.
That's awesome, man. Well, definitely shout out to her. That's incredible.
And without her, I wouldn't even have been on stage.
Right, right. I definitely get that. Because I mean, honestly, man, I won't even lie. I'm the same way as far as I represented um a leadership conference, not regarding best buddies, but just for lawmakers when it comes to people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And I was able to speak in front of them as well as like Congress members and things such as that. And I had the privilege of doing that because I was in a program at my university, and that actually helped to have that opportunity. Um, which I am very thankful for because Best Buddies, as far as I understand, was involved in it. I'm not sure to what capacity, but I definitely know that they were part of it for sure.
Oh yeah, because of them, I've spoken at Congress. I've spoken at schools. Spoken in front of 20,000 people.
That's awesome, man. That's mad respect.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Of course. I mean,
It's not easy, and people think it's easy to get up there. It really isn't. I mean, you got to constantly write. You got to constantly train yourself. You got to constantly do it over and over and over.
yeah, no, man. I definitely get that. And I mean, because I'll even tell you this. I mean, the very first time I ever got to speak up in front of people, man, I was I was a nervous wreck. I was I was freaking out, man. I was having a difficult time, but
You
you know,
slur your words and you can't really get them out as much as you want to because of
absolutely.
all that nervousness.
Right, right. And actually I also wanted to talk to you about, because I understand that. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you have Williams syndrome. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So would you like to talk to me about that, as far as like what does that entail for you? What is that like? You know, are there things that you have to go through as a result?
That's a very hard one to describe and actually explain. I know it's a gene in the body. There's over 27, I believe, from gene 7, and it actually affects a lot of people.
Right, right. I hear that, man. I mean, but like, does it affect you that severely, or is it just something that like you know that you have, but it doesn't really like bother you, or like it doesn't give you any troubles or anything like that?
I mean, I grew up with Williams syndrome, so it's like it doesn't really bother me. It really hasn't affected me. I don't let my disability affect the person that I am
Hell yeah.
because I know that I can do anything anybody else can do.
Right, right. Yeah, man. I definitely get that, because I mean I'm the same way. I mean, as much as like I don't really know if my disability, uh, I can say like is that severe, as far as it doesn't really affect me. I've just been told I have learning disabilities apparently. Not really sure what that entails or what that means, but it is what it is. Um,
Hmm.
but I mean, a lot like you, whatever tries to get in my way, I never let it get the best of me. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You just keep moving on.
Exactly. And I mean, that's why, like, even tonight, I will say, I mean, we kind of were like last minute, type of situation, but we made the best of it. You know what I mean? And shout out to my brother Joe. I am very sorry that you're sick, bro. I hope you get better soon. You know,
Much love and respect, and thank you for having me on tonight.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And
mean,
He didn't want to cancel it. He was feeling off, but it's always important.
absolutely, I agree. And that's why, Blaze, we're honored to have you on the show with us, bro.
Absolutely.
I mean, to
Yeah,
have,
man. And like,
so,
oh, sorry.
oh no, you're, go ahead.
Yeah, like when I was told I was autistic, I'm like, okay, what does that mean? What's it gonna do differently now? Like, I've already dealt with this all my life. The best thing
Right.
move forward.
Right, right.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, that, man, I mean, honestly, like, and and I'm glad that Charles, he literally said where, don't ever a disability or something people tell you is going to be a problem for you. Don't let it be like, in fact, let it be something that inspires you to be better than that. You know.
Yeah, man.
So, and like, for example, look at you, Blaze. You're with us, man. That's hella fucking. I really respect that, man. Then we got my boy Charles right here. 21 years with Best Buddies National and Best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to my brother for that. You know,
Repping out the shirt and the hat.
oh yeah, man, that's hella dope. And
Yeah,
Hitting that 1-2 combo. You already know.
right, and here's the interesting thing for people who don't know this about all three of us that are here right now. So I'm just gonna start it off by saying this real quick. My boy Charles right here is actually my underground prodigy. That's my ninja. Brought him up on the come up. You know what I mean? Trying to help my boy learn.
yeah, man.
Like, best ninja. Of course, we got my little homie Blaze right here. This little
Blaze in the house.
fucking grew up on Juggalo shit, which is fucking fire. I mean, dope, man.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
so much. Like, anytime I hear that the little ninjas like Lily grew up on the wicked shit, is like, yo, I wish our generation would have been that way. Like, fuck, man. Like, yo, like you're coming up at a time that's so legendary, man. So that's
We have all the greats, we have all the previous greats, and we have all the up and coming. It's like it is the golden age of comics.
I mean, it
Where
is. Shout out to Marvel, by the way. You know, the fucking homeboys over there. You know, I love the Marvel guys, man. They're cool as fuck. And you know, and also I believe now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that we have some ninjas that we're working with. You know, and well, they know who they are.
I do believe.
You know, so and I think one of them is actually in the chat. Uh, you know, oh well, I just saw him respond. So yes. Oh, Dreamcatcher. What's up? What up, Dreamcatcher? What's good,
What's
man?
up to all the fam? Much love.
Yeah, what's good? What's goody, everybody?
Hey.
Thank you for tuning into the show tonight.
And shout out to my girlfriend for always supporting me in the things that I do. I love you, baby girl.
Yeah, which actually, as a result of your relationship, now I don't want to give too much away with this one, but I'll say, Julie, I know you're watching, so I'm gonna put it this way: there is a very, very special something coming around July of my birthday, I believe. We don't have to say what it is yet, but something very big is coming. So, you know, we'll just make
Aw.
it clear. You know, it's gonna be a party, I believe, but I mean, who knows? You know, you never know. You might just have to tune in to Reckless Radio XYZ to find out. You know, but but yeah, man. So I mean, shit, bro. Like, I mean, because we kind of did this so last minute, trying to like questions to ask.
Just make up something.
All right, man. I mean, what the fuck you think of boy Ant Dog of Madapelli Music's new song "Lifeless"? You know?
It's awesome. A lot of these newcomers and all the old comers and the comers and the music that came before that, you know?
Absolutely, man. And I mean, of course, you know, Reckless Radio is where the music is at. We play the music no one else ever will. You know what I'm saying?
Reckless Radio XYZ up in the house. What it do?
Absolutely. L's up, G's up. You already know what it is. It's the stuff and the greatness, you know.
So yeah, 21 years with best buddies. I never imagined possible that someone like me with a disability would actually be traveling somewhere just to speak, you know?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's fucking dope, bro. I mean that, and actually, now that you bring that point up, so is there speaking engagements that you're going to be doing coming up soon?
Nothing in the process as of yet, but I'm
Okay.
hoping that it does soon, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel that, man. I definitely feel that for sure.
Like I've spoken in China. Like who would have thought someone like me would have spoken somewhere out in China of all places, you know? It's
Gonna lie, I was almost about to ask, like, who the fuck actually does that? But I mean, like, that's pretty fucking awesome, you know. You
I
know.
mean, I've spoken in China, Washington D.C. I've spoken in Dallas, Texas. I've spoken in Florida. It's just crazy how many places I've actually had the pleasures of traveling to just to speak.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking dope. That's I
Yeah.
definitely respect. For that.
I mean, we've had everybody from bands support us. We've had football players support us.
Actually, speaking of, now that you just said that comment, I believe that there was someone you met as of recently. A big star in AEW, I believe, is who it was.
Yes, I actually got to meet the Big Show, Paul White.
Hell yes, the Big Show himself, Paul White.
That guy has been my childhood hero ever since I was a kid, and for him to actually be able to meet him and tell him that he was one of my heroes face to face, that was an honor.
Oh, I bet, man. I completely understand that because, like, I'll tell you what, man. There's some legends that I've even met. Um, I mean, which on the show here actually, and I was blown away by this. Got taken under the wing of my uncle, Uncle Phoenix himself. We were in Caven Rock, even though we didn't actually get to really do anything together back then. But here we are today.
Oh, and also shout out to Rebel because I got to meet her too.
Who's that?
She's a wrestler for AEW. Her name is Rebel.
Oh shit. Well then, yeah. Shout out to the homegirl, man. That's what's up. And oh yeah, Rome said he got to see him in person, and he is a big person.
He really is. I mean, he had to lean down. That I mean, this dude is tall. He actually had to lean down just to take a picture with me. That dude is tall. That dude is tall.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, I think he's like what, 7
feet exact.
Oh, 7 feet exact. I was almost gonna say like probably like 7'2" or 7'3", but yeah,
I could be wrong, but it's like around 7 foot era.
sounds about right. And also, I just wanted to say, well, actually, for the last show, real quick, my boy and I decided what I was gonna wear tonight, and not only is it just a hatchet, man, but I don't know if you guys can see, the shine, and also, even though this is not a Juggalo label, so don't anybody get that fucked up, but Dream Chaser, I figured I would wear that because of the fact that, well, if I could say it myself, as well as I'm sure Charles and Blaze can agree, as Juggalos, as Reckless Radio XYZ, we are chasing the dream.
Our dreams.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, and so I had to come out,
Yeah, man. Like, movies used to be the way we bring dreams to the screen, but movies, it's kind of boring nowadays. Now we want the real person. That's where the dream lies, in feeling where we could be connected to the star in a more physical way. We know about them. We know their life. We hear their voice, not just the character.
Right, you know their lyrics to their songs. You know every album that ever came out.
Exactly.
You know everything word for word precise.
Yeah, man. I cannot agree more with you guys, man. And
like with me, with the bands I gotta meet, like Linkin Park, I gotta meet Smash Mouth.
Yo, so my uncle Ray's in the chat right now. He said this has been a great show. Yo, man, that means the world to hear that, Unc. Thank you. And he actually runs a bar in a pool hall. Just so everybody knows, here in Delaware, man. And my uncle's cool as shit. He actually let me work with his security company a few years back. Got to do
Please, language. This is a show about best buddies. Don't want too much.
Oh yeah, no, I know, I got you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, even though we did actually say we would talk about anything and everything, just
yeah, that's true.
So like, how dare you on that one? But then again, no, So yeah, let me trying to think here. I asked about upcoming events. I mean, do you have any plans with Best Buddies going forward? I mean, what do you see yourself
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? You cut off.
Oh shit. Okay. I was saying, so with Best Buddies, like, where do you see yourself going from this point? As far as, do you have any like big plans, or like, are you just kind of cruising with it?
I'm just going with it for now. I'm just doing whatever Best Buddies needs me to do.
I got you, man. I feel that.
We actually got a Best Buddies walk coming up April 13th, I believe.
Oh, isn't that for also spread the word to end the word, right?
No, spread the word to end the word is a totally different thing.
Oh, my bad, man. Sorry about that.
I've actually promoted spread the word to end the word. To shout out to them.
Yes, same. As a matter of fact, we did a friendship walk for that in our stay here in Delaware. But that was like about, unfortunately, probably about like 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's been like 7 years since I've been out of school. You know, but yeah, man.
Speaking of school, I want to give a shout out to my schools. So shout out to Highland High Hawks. Let's go. Shout
Nice,
out to Marcos Deniza Padres. Let's go.
nice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea who any of them are, but I appreciate that though. I deeply appreciate it. You know, I mean, I would say, well,
Oh,
actually,
and there's a ridge that started me on Best Buddies, so shout out to them.
yeah, actually, that is pretty cool. Because I will definitely say the people that get you started in the organization are honestly the most inspiring people. So I will say shout out to them for that.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to all you guys and thank you for this.
Hey man, it's what we do, bro. I mean, that's what Reckless is all about. You know, we try to make something that may seem impossible into a reality.
Oh,
know?
and I also celebrated 11 years at my job.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
That's good shit.
Thank you.
I mean, I would say my job is just here with Reckless, honestly. I mean, I'm not gonna my life. You know,
He just sits on pool tables all day
I mean, pool table in the background. So
with a mustard colored house.
hey, I mean, I don't even know where to go with that one, but okay. Gee, thanks for that.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Hmm. Well, I mean, then I guess I would have to say, I feel like all I see on your side is you sitting in darkness. I don't get it. You know, like, I mean, you could like turn a light on and shit. Oh wait,
There
that's all
is a light right there.
right. Well, I didn't see it. My bad. Damn.
Nah.
You know, like offended. You know, you know, you know. But nah. Let's see here. I mean, I guess we can talk about like, bringing you into the underground, like within the lifestyle that I've been rolling in for so long. I mean, we can talk about that if you want to.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm totally down to talk about that. Yeah.
All right, man. So, yeah, dude. I mean, we met probably about shit. I'd say at least 10 years, if not a little bit longer.
Over 10 years, yeah. It's been over 10 years.
For 10 years. Yeah. So I mean, we met. Um, and basically, I pretty much brought you into my squad like right away. You know, and you've been vibing. You know, with Rome, Jigsaw, and someone else that we used to know, but that person is just gone. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to talk about that too much,
Yeah.
but I mean, so basically, I brought you in on LSP and GRE, and yeah, I mean, like, how do you feel about that? I mean, what's you know, wait, did Rome just say? I thought I saw him say little Jimmy got him. I was about to be like, what does he know about ICP? I mean,
Little Jimmy, got him.
nice. But
Yeah,
yeah,
my brother. Yeah, my brother got me into ICP, KMK, Tech 9.
I do remember you
I
saying.
I got into all that because of him.
Yeah, and then I got you into LSP and GRE and all that shit.
Yeah.
Which is why, I mean, I guess maybe I could ask you the question of between the two labels. I mean, who would you say you think your favorite is, honestly?
Ooh, between LSP and GRE.
Yes,
Ooh,
I'm
that's
curious.
a hard one. Honestly, I don't have favorites, I just like the music because of the music. It's like I listen to this person's cool. This person's awesome. I don't have a favorite when it comes to music.
That is a good answer, actually. And the reason I wanted to say that was because I know that some people, kind of, have their favorites or they tend to side with a couple but not the rest and things like that. So it's like That was more or less just my curiosity, and you answered it correctly, so I appreciate it.
What do I win?
I mean, you won a show to Reckless Radio XYZ. There you go.
There we go. Yes, sir.
Ding, what up, Ninja? That's our
Whoop
awesome
whoop. What up?
Australia. What up, homie? Whoop whoop, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Matt, by the way, you have been MIA for months. That is not okay. That's offensive, sir. You know, like he's like the comeback kid that like all of a sudden he just reappears and then it's like holy shit, he's back. Like where has he been for months?
Right.
But yeah, man. So
Yeah, I'm also a big metalhead too. I grew up on that.
Slipknot,
Slipknot, Corn, Trivium, OTAP. In this moment, I mean, I can
go on.
Atreyu, 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, it's all good, Matt. No problem, man. And actually, I love how you first said Slipknot and Korn, because they're both the shit. I fucking love those guys. 3 Days Grace, absolutely is another good one.
Nine Inch Nails. I mean, you got all these great bands that I grew up with.
Wait, actually, now that you said 9 Inch Nails, a lot of people that don't know this, as much as this person is not in the band, but he's very much related in the sense of he does music exactly to a T of what they used to do. And the person I'm speaking about is Jeff Hardy himself. You know, so you know, Jeffrey Nero Hardy.
I
You know,
mm,
just kind of had to put that out there. And yes, Slipknot, fuck yeah, you already know, maggots. You know what I'm saying? Fucking maggots. You know. And
I was 12 years old when I first Slipknot's first album, the self-titled.
yeah, would shout out to Corey Taylor, man.
Yeah,
Fucking,
shout out to Corey Taylor, number 8.
fucking awesome. Shout out to the Zooligans though, also, because they're just fire as fuck. You know, they're on the come up, as well as our boy who was on here. Even though it was like quite a few months ago, but Keegan Grimm, who also runs with the Zooligans. So, you know, that's the homeboy right there. You know, um, but yeah, man. I mean, trying to think what else.
I'm a self-taught drummer.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a damn good topic actually. No, yeah. So how did you get into that? I'm very curious.
I've been playing drums since I was a kid, and I always wanted my own kit.
Oh, dude, that's fucking awesome, bro.
So I had my own kit, and I just taught myself how to play. I didn't use any paper or anything. I just learned from sound.
That is absolutely inspiring, and I love to hear that, especially because that almost sounds to me like our homie Irate Official. You know what I'm saying? The homie Irate, you know, runs with our brother Chuckles. You know what I'm saying?
Chuckles. Yep, I played Metallica at a talent show, and my drum set actually fell apart during the show.
Nice. I mean, it's always fun when that happens, right?
Yep. I was playing Fuel. That's one of my favorite songs from the Reload album.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. That's awesome. I love it, man. So yeah, man. I mean, that's just amazing. I mean, that's inspiring as hell. I really appreciate that, man. And I mean, who knows? Maybe you and Irate can actually do something, you know?
I'd be totally down with that, just to have like a drumming talent show or something, like vibe off each other.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I can definitely reach out to him for sure. Can reach out to him and some of the homies and shit, you know? Um, so yeah. Damn, man, I'm trying to think, like, what else? I mean,
Yeah, I did a talent show and I played Metallica.
oh shit, that's tight.
Yep.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're coming on here with content to talk about because, like, I feel like we zoom through like almost everything.
All right, let's talk movies.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I really haven't seen many new movies like at all. Not gonna lie. You know.
MCU versus DCEU, which is your favorite?
Oh, good question. Um. Damn. Yeah. Now that I think about
Is that like all the Marvel and stuff?
Yeah, like you're not like Marvel, DC.
I wasn't really big on the Marvel stuff at all, to be honest with you.
How dare you? Because there's Deadpool and like fuck it. Like what? Like wait, no. In the words of Stone Cold, what? What?
Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You know.
We're going to what a burger.
You know, and I have not drank 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, 4 beers. I drink straight liquor. You know, there's a difference. You know. Blaze, so what about you, man?
So, for me, I find the MCU is better if you just want to have fun. But if you want some good story, it's DCEU. It's like the Batman movies, like Batman v Superman. They had good stories, but it wasn't as fun.
Right, right.
So, like, they both have their faults and their benefits.
I hear that, man. And I definitely respect that.
Okay. I will go with all of the Batmans. I liked all of the Batman movies. The
Yeah,
original Batmans.
I mean, I was kind of say like Batman is just fire in general. You know, but then again, because of my personality, say like I'm full of the Juggalo community. You know, because like I'm just that guy. You know, like I'm known as like asshole. You know what I mean? So like I just like I might just run up on a bad guy and just shoot him in the face with a you know, with a Desert Eagle and shit. You know, and then when someone asks me why, I'll just say because it was justice. You know. Or better yet, I'll like run into like a Chinese massage parlor and like cut guys for, you know, like sex trafficking and shit. And when like they ask me why I chopped them the bits, I'll just be like, cause it was fun, you know? Like what?
I can't believe we're talking about this on a lie.
We're just rambling. We're just rambling.
Exactly. I mean, there's no like don't do this and shit like that because it is what it is. We're reckless, okay? It doesn't matter, you know? Like we don't play by society or by the system's rules.
Nope.
Fuck, you know. Even
We
though
play by our own.
exactly because the underground, that's what it's all about.
As long as you're not a dick, you got your
I'm
spot.
sorry. Halloween is terrible. Friday the 13th is a whole lot better.
I would kind of agree with that, but then like I mean, but they're like originals though. Like Halloween is fucking fire. Um, I mean, fucking Friday the 13th is like awesome. You know,
The seventh movie will always be my favorite.
I mean, I could feel that. I could definitely imagine, but then again, though, I mean, I don't know, cause like I like, you know, I like fucking Saul and like, I
I
mean,
did see the new Saw movie. That was awesome.
yeah, dude, like I like a lot more like just I don't know, like I like the torture shit, but
I
like
like the movie. I like the movies that mess with your head.
yeah, I was gonna say I kind of like that as well, just because I feel like it's you know, like if you don't watch people get tortured, then like or like chopped to bits or you know like to death and shit, then like I don't know, it's just kind of wrong, you know. It's like normal people scare me, man. They're just not, you know. Wait, Blaze, you cut out, man. We
Oh,
can't hear you.
okay. Sorry, I forgot to turn the mic back on. To me, the scariest monsters in movies were never like Freddy Krueger or Jason. It was like the guy from Saw, or like the guy who's just normal but has this twisted mind to him because it's humans, darkness, not monsters, not mythical. This is something that could happen. Your
Right.
neighbor, you never know, pulling
Yeah.
off all this crazy stuff.
I feel that completely. I mean, I would even say that's why things like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like people don't even understand that when it says this is based on a true story,
It
because
really happened.
it happened. Like someone actually did this shit and
And-
didn't feel bad about it. Like, you know, so it's just like, man, if human beings can actually like fathom that, which is why you should probably listen to all of LSP, you know, because you know, like that's why we're called lyrical snuff for reason.
Horror movies for your ear holes. Horror movies for your ear holes.
You know, in between like triple MFT, I mean, oh man, like I could go on and on and on about LSP, but there's just some dark shit, like some very sinister, fucked up shit that's still to come with our next triple MFD interview. Um, you know, but I would say I
Gotta have
the ultimate one that basically to me sums it up is I would say triple MFDs, or actually no, sorry, not triple MFD. Insane Poetry's You're Suffering in Hell. Uh, you know, that one I would say without a doubt in my mind, just considering like I mean, they're making it very clear that they're sending you to hell in the worst way, and then once you get there, you're gonna be more than you already were. You know. So it's a, you get the suffering before, and then you get the suffering a lot more after. You know.
One of my favorite horror movies of all time has to be Cornered. I don't know if anybody ever saw that movie. It's from 2009. Great movie.
familiar. Sounds very familiar. Describe the plot a bit.
So the plot is there's these guys in a store and there's a wanted poster. And there's a guy on there who's been wanted for a while, and the guy asks, if you catch this guy, what would you do to him?
Oh,
And they just
starting to
and they
sound.
describe the most worst things that could happen to a guy if they're wanted, right? So they don't know that the guy is actually in the store listening to everything that they say, and he turns the tables right on them.
Oh fuck! Yeah, I think I did see that one a long time ago.
Actually, if you guys like serious horror, though, even though I'd have to look up the actual name just to be correct on it, but a couple years ago, my family and I went to go see my brother when he was out in California, and the part of Cali where he was, get this, so there's this gas station basically in the middle of the fucking desert, like there's just nothing out there. Well, this gas station, the story is years back there was a serial killer that during the time he was incarcerated, he actually admitted to federal authorities basically that there were bodies buried like on the property of like people that he like took out there and like tortured them and fucking did just some really foul shit. I mean,
Speaking of California, did you know Killer Clowns from Outer Space was actually filmed out there in California?
yes, I do know. Just like how I believe part of the video of Big Money Rustlers, I think, was also either filmed out in Cali or I don't know, maybe it was Arizona. It was one of the two. It was either Cali or I forget though, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really pay attention to like details like that. I just pay attention to the wicked shit. You know what I mean? So like details don't really mean shit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because like we just want to hear about people getting killed and shit. You know? Like we don't need to hear someone say, "Hey, like I think we're gonna like go out here and shoot a video." It's like
In movies, in movies, in movies.
I guess, but I would say like more like real life horror scenes though. You know, but you know we'll just go with that. You know.
Oh, and speaking of horror, shout out to Mill of Madness for
Oh yeah.
them letting me participate with them.
Okay, now that you just said that, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so that's actually another opportunity to talk about your life instead of everything else. Okay, so what was it like for you as far as like how did that go? What did you get to do? I mean, like, talk to me about that. Like, what happened?
Okay, so I was streaming through this magazine called Phoenix New Times, and they're a magazine company, right? So I was looking through, and they're like, actors wanted. So I didn't do anything professionally as an actor or anything of that sort.
Right,
So I'm looking them up, and I'm like, the opening seemed really, really, really awesome. So I'm looking through it, and they're like, they had staff wanted, they had actors wanted, they had this, they had that. So I'm like, I'll sign up and see what's going on here.
right.
So as a person who loves haunted houses, I've gotten to be on both sides of the fence. So I got to be scared, and I got to be a scare actor.
Wait, so then I feel like though you need to word it like this though. So like you got to be the one getting killed and then you got to be the killer themselves. There's a
I didn't get to be a killer. I got to be the person jumping out and scaring the shit out of people.
I mean, buzzkill. I thought you were going to say it the other way. But
Sorry.
I know, I know.
Other people had that job, okay?
That's offensive. But we'll go with But yeah, so what was your character and shit there? Like what was your
So
what was your
I I got to be a henchman, and I got to be a biohazard zombie, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. That's always great.
I got to hide in darkness and just scare the shit out of people. I think that was like the greatest part of my time right there.
Nice. I mean, did you get to grab people?
Not really. It's not that kind of haunted house.
Damn it. Okay.
You're not allowed to touch anybody, and they're not allowed to touch you.
Oh, I mean, I guess that like kind of makes sense, but that's like not the fun part. Yeah, but we'll go with that. You know.
I know, but it is in the contract. I had to read over it.
Yeah, I get that. Um, yeah. So I don't know, dude. Like, I'm trying to think of what else, man, because we're running on 48 minutes right now from the looks of it. Um,
Yeah.
so like almost an hour. Um, I mean, is there anything specific you want to touch on the show here tonight?
I just really want to thank you guys for this opportunity. It's absolutely amazing. I never thought that I'd actually be on somebody's podcast talking about best buddies and stuff like that.
Well, see, again, man, that's why we not only play the music that no one else will, we tell the stories that no one else will. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That is our honor to do that. Um, Even though I will admit tonight was a little bit last minute and, it was a little bit, kind of like all crazy and stuff, but we made it work. We're here. That's what matters. You know what I mean? And, I guess I mean, if there's anything else, wait,
Oh, my favorite ICP Joker's card. Ooh.
I feel like I might know it, but I might be wrong.
I'm definitely going to have to say the Great Malenko.
Oh, you did not just say that. You did not just say that. Okay. I mean, that was definitely not what I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
I thought you were either going to say Riddlebox or Hell's Pit.
I liked Riddle's Box too. I love Riddle Box.
I was going to say that's usually the one that most people go with because that's like, I mean, that album was just fucking like the start of like real actual horror shit, you know?
Yes.
I mean, because like the Great Malenko was cool, but the whole world, and I hate to say this, but like now that we're on Reckless, I feel like I have every right to say this. When it comes to Great Malenko, especially people that used to claim Juggalo for years, where they would say, "Oh, I became a Juggalo because of the Great Malenko," and it's like, dude, everybody in the fucking world heard the Great Malenko. Like that's like a mainstream release, but it's like if you're talking about underground shit, I'm sorry, I might sound like a dick saying it, but I'd be like, I would hope you would rather say Riddlebox just because to me the Great Malenko was mainstream and the Riddlebox was underground. You see what I'm saying? Where like, because Malenko, everybody heard about that shit, but most people that don't know like the underground for real, would probably never know anything.
It's got to go. It's got to be Riddle Box.
Yeah, because that was real underground shit. You know.
Okay, I'm changing my answer. Riddle Box.
I was gonna say better answer there, because you know, because if you say mainstream shit, it sounds like you're appealing to those people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'd have to say Ringmaster was one of my first I've ever heard. I just remember Wagon Wagon. Like, I that's kind of what got me into it. Like,
Yeah,
dead bodies on a string, they flop around and sing. Just-
yeah. Trust me, I definitely feel that. Master was fine. Um, I mean, and that almost like brings up a lot of points, but then it's just like, man, okay, so now I'm almost tempted to ask this question, even though I probably shouldn't say it on air, I guess, but I'm just curious to everyone's reaction to when you listen to all like the old school ICP versus today's psychopathic. Is it just me that thinks the fact that like the old shit was way better and the new shit is just kind of like, I mean, it's cool, but like, I wouldn't say it's the wicked shit. I would say it's more or less like modern day Jay trying to change his ways. But then again, I mean, I don't want that to sound out of place. So, you know, but I would just say, I think, in my opinion, that the old wicked shit, the real wicked shit, was legit, and everything now is just kind of like okay, like cool, we get it, like it just doesn't seem as good. And yes, I'm glad Matt just said that. Old ice
Yeah.
better. I
The
completely.
older stuff. The older stuff is way better than the newer stuff. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, wait. Jinsen. I don't even know who that is, but okay. I would actually have to disagree with that statement. I wouldn't say they stole anything from ICP. I would say what they did was they betrayed the trust. But then again, we can't speak on that because of the fact that this is not about choosing sides or hating anyone or anything of that nature. But I will say the reason I say betrayed trust is if you go look at some recent interviews by Violent J, he speaks about what himself as well as what Shaggy also feels about that whole situation. But we're not going to speak
Right.
because that's their own thing. That's
Yep.
they have their own beef and all that. So and honestly, I'll say as a real ninja myself, I don't give a fuck about the beef. To be honest, I really don't. I listen to the music, and according to a lot of my boys on, and I have to give it up to these guys with LSP and GRE. I have learned one thing: if somebody was to ask you the question of, if say someone said, who's solely responsible for the divide and the fracture and the destruction of the Juggalo world and generally, what if your name was permanently associated to that? Would you really want that? Like, would you really want to live with that, knowing that people blame you for it? Or would you rather be on the side of history that says, hey, look, maybe Jay and them have their own problems, they have their own beef, they have whatever, but it's like, yo, we're just here as underground to support everybody in generally. We don't care about the personal shit because the music doesn't have anything to do with that. You know what I mean? We appreciate the music for what it is.
Exactly.
So that's my stance on that. That's why I would say I'm not about the whole, you know,
We
I
ain't about the beef. We ain't about the beef. We're about the music
exactly. And actually, wait, not about the music though. We're about the family. Correction.
and the family.
Yeah, because really the family is what matters.
Yep.
Anything else is completely irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's why I would say, let's try to stay away from that subject. You know,
Yep.
especially because I don't want anybody taking our words out of context. As far as we are not
Yep.
any problems whatsoever with anyone. You know what I mean? We're here to support the underground. That's what Reckless Radio XYZ is all about. You know what I mean? And that's what we do, man. You know, we rock with everybody's music. We support it. We promote it. You know what I mean? We bring the artists on, let them
Yep. We don't.
get their music out there, and let the whole world see how dope the Juggalo Underground truly is. You know what I mean? So, but but yeah, man. So I would say, oh shit, Oop, wait, sorry about that. Okay, I guess my phone went out there for a second. Wait, can you still hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool, cool. All right. But yeah. So what I was saying is, all right. So we're going on 57 minutes now. Um, so I mean, I guess because this is usually around the time that we be wrapping it up. So, is there anything else that you want to talk about real quick? Is there any shout outs you want to give, or do you want to say any words to everybody watching? I mean, this is the time that the platform is yours, and say what you want to say, man.
All right. Cool. Cool. I just want to thank everybody for watching, for having me on, for being down with me, for just kicking it for all these years, man. Thank you guys very much.
Mad appreciate that, man. And you know what, Charles? Like I said earlier, man, this is an honor for us as Reckless Radio XYZ. This is what we do. You know what I mean? And again, I mean, I'm sorry that the show was a little bit scattered. At the same time, we're here. Joe made it happen. Blaze made it happen. You know what I
All
mean?
these guys in Reckless Radio made it happen. So the shout out to you guys and thank you.
Absolutely, man. Jojo, we hope you feel better, bro. We love you. And
Yes, Rebel Joe, feel better, fam.
um, but hopefully, Charles, we will have you back on at some point, man. And and I will just take this opportunity just to say really quick, I think because of the situation at hand right at this moment, Reckless is going to kind of take some time right now to let Joe, heal up and feel, what I mean, and get better, be able to spend more time with his family right now. And so because of that, man, we're not going to be booking as many shows back to back. We're just going to kind of let it happen the way that it needs to. You know what I'm saying? And so, Joe, thank you for being willing to still do this, man. Blaze, you were amazing tonight, bro. We love you.
Phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. Thank you, Blaze.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for being here, and thank you guys for being you. I think this was a great show this week, even if it was a little bit last minute. That's when you get to see the real side of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Completely.
It may be slower, but you get to actually feel more connected in it because it's not all rushed production. It's from the heart.
Exactly. Because why? Like I was like, that's the reason I wanted to do it the way that we did it tonight. Because it's like I know it was last second, but it's like I wanted to do it and still be like, bro, just so everyone knows, like when we do this, we do it because we actually care. Like it's not just like we're just doing this just to throw it out there and be like, okay, we're doing it, it's done, it's over. Like, it's like, no, we do this because it matters. You
Right.
know?
My name's not being thrown out there just to be thrown out there. People need to know what's going on.
Exactly, man. As well as telling stories about best buddies, that's super important. as well as
Oh, absolutely.
to support anyone and everyone with intellectual and developmental disabilities. You are not alone. You do matter. You are enough. You are valid. We love you. We're here for you. You know, we speak for you, hopefully. You know what I'm saying?
We all speak for you.
Um, and so basically, you know, I appreciate you guys taking the time tonight. And, you know, definitely to everyone that's watching, just keep with us. You never know what you'll see next. Radio X.
Again, Reckless Radio XYZ, hit us up anytime. You already know.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we all get to be buddies.
Absolutely, man.